So if there's negative externalities, there also are things like positive externalities. So demand is actually the marginal private benefit. And so there are some things that when you do them, it's better for everybody. And there's this marginal social benefit. And that occurs when there's a positive externality. So here's the equilibrium if we just let college tuition go and we let the market decide what the price of tuition is and how many people afford it and whatnot. But then some studies come out and research shows that the more that a state has college the more college graduates that a state has, the lower the payments for welfare payments, the lower the payments for unemployment benefits, the more money people make, and so the more taxes they spend, the less that has to be spent on prisons, police, jail, etc. And so, geez, actually, this positive externality of more schooling seems that the optimal quantity, the social optimum quantity, is higher. Well, to get more people to do something, sometimes that costs more to produce, partly because of like increasing marginal costs and whatnot. So how do states incentivize college attendance? Two ways. One is with a subsidy. Which is like in-state tuition. We talked a little bit about subsidies with monopolies, same general idea. The government is trying to give everybody some amount of money. So you pay $3, or better yet, for one credit at Temple, you pay $4,000. The state pays $2,000 and Temple gets $6,000 or whatever the math is. I forget what numbers I said. 4 and 2 is 6. Positive externality of addition. The other piece is a quota. And a quota is when the government mandates a certain amount. So I actually don't know off the top of my head, how long are you all officially mandated to go to school?
So you're 16.
16. So that's a quota on high school education. It's like setting the number.
No, you can drop out early. Yeah, but you have to have.
You can't drop out in like 6
You have to have a parental consent before 18.
Sure. Riley, sounds like we've looked into it. I'll take that part out of the video recording. But it's that easy that some things have a positive externality. The issue with negative and positive externalities, the market itself, the black supply and demand curve up there, doesn't account for this externality. This is a failure of markets because markets only make the decisions between buyers and sellers. If I decide I want to fly to Florida every weekend and the market says, okay, here's the price to do that, it's not calculating my carbon emissions of getting on a plane all the time. If I want to buy a big super duper SUV that spends a lot of gas and puts a lot of exhaust in the air, I make a deal with company, I buy one, boom, I drive it around, but everybody's breathing the nasty air. That's a negative externality that the market doesn't account for. So governments intervene. In the case of a negative externality, governments would tax or set limits. And with positive externalities, they would incentivize with subsidies and quotas.